Good morning or good day, whatever time it is you're doing this. Welcome to day 5 of the 21-day yoga challenge. Let's make our way to a seated position, sitting however you are most comfortable here. You can sit any way you like. For me, it was extending my legs straight out. That felt best on my body, so that's what I went with. You can bring your legs into a cross-legged position or make a wide V. Up to you. Just taking a couple breaths here. Grounding ourselves. Connecting to the present moment. And whenever you're ready, take a nice big inhale. And as you exhale, reach the arms up. Grab onto the right wrist with your left hand. And gently bend to the left side so you're feeling a stretch in your right side, breathing into the ribs, breathing normally. Just 2 more breaths here. On your next exhale, slowly release the arms down to your sides. Feel free to do any little movements here that feel good on your back and your spine. I'm incorporating a little bit of a twist, a stretch, so you can join me or do your own thing. I'm just feeling really present in your body right now, focusing on your breath, moving slowly, mindfully, and intentionally. Okay, we'll do the other side. So whenever you're ready, inhale first, and as you exhale, reach both arms up. This time grab onto the left wrist with the right hand. Pull up and sideways to the right. So we're breathing into the left side of the body here. Just a couple more breaths. Okay, and on your next exhale, slowly releasing the arms down by your sides. Give the shoulders a roll. Stretch the arms out wide. If you did this stretch the first time, repeat it on this side as well. Or just take this time to do whatever feels good for your spine, your shoulders. Or just sitting quietly. Okay, let's bring both arms out to the sides and then down to the floor. Slide the feet up to hip width position and begin doing a windshield wiper movement with your knees, as you can see. And just moving very mindfully, nice and slow. Really honoring the speed at which your body feels comfortable moving. Getting some blood flow. Keeping the back straight, if possible, using the floor, like pushing into the floor with your hands, keeping the chest up. Whenever you're ready, allow your knees to both, as they go to the right just allow them to stay exactly where they land. And just stay there for a few breaths. So I added in an extra little layer to the stretch. You can try that out or just stay where you were before. If you try the foot on top of the knee and it feels a little too intense, just slide the foot back off the knee. Really focusing on your breath and seeing if you can consciously relax a little more with every exhale you take. Keeping this chest up, always picturing that string attached to your sternum, like someone's pulling up that string. Enjoying the beautiful stretch on the hips here. Let's just take a couple more breaths. And on your next exhale, slowly bring the knees back to center, and we'll windshield wiper back and forth, side to side, a few times here. Again, at whatever pace is feeling good on your body today. And whenever you're ready, letting the knees fall to the left and just stay exactly where they land. So you're welcome to stay here or deepen the stretch by bringing the foot on top of the knee. And again, sometimes one side of our body feels a little different than the other side. So if this was available to you on the other side and it feels a little stiffer here, that's totally normal, absolutely okay. Allowing yourself to breathe. Hello, Jax. He makes quite a few appearances. He was a very busy boy this morning. Sending your breath, visualizing your breath, sending healing, relaxing energy to the areas that feel the tightest. Releasing with every exhale you take. So just 2 more breaths here. And as you exhale, slowly bringing the knees back up. And let's just go back and forth, side to side, a few times here. Just to get back to a neutral position and work our way out of the pose. Okay, when you're ready, let's make a big wide V. Go as wide as you can and then bring it in a little bit. Find the place where it just feels comfortably uncomfortable, not painful. Sitting up straight. Close your eyes. Let's take a few breaths here. Give the toes a wiggle. Flex your feet. And slowly bring the knees in and the bottoms of the feet together. In Taekwondo, we call this butterfly position. So resting the hands on your feet or ankles, start to flap or bounce the knees like you're flapping the wings of a butterfly. This really just helps to break up fascia, get blood flowing, loosen any tension in the lower back, the hips. And it just feels nice. So moving at whatever pace feels good, sitting up nice and straight, bouncing the knees, breathing. Just a few more breaths here. As you exhale, slowly bring the knees back in together. We're going to make our way to the floor for some thread the needle. So if you're already aware of it, feel free to make your way right into it. So if you can, bring your legs right up a wall. This is one of the first modifications of this pose, and just a nice way of doing it. I'm just taking a moment here with my legs up to move my feet and ankles around a bit. So feel free to do that, stretch the legs, just enjoy the natural pressure that gravity provides to our back, our SI ligaments as we lay on the floor. Just laying on the floor is such a nice thing, feels so good. Okay, so for thread the needle, we'll start with the right side. So you can keep your left leg all the way up on the wall, or you can bend the left leg and bring your foot to the floor. So try both of those things with your left leg. Leg either up on the wall or in the classic position, foot on the floor, or there's an in-between as well, which is kind of what I think I'm doing, but you can't really see, where the leg's kind of at a 90-degree angle, but in a relaxed way. The right foot, the right ankle, gets placed on top of the thigh, close to the knee. So as you can see, kind of makes a triangle with my two legs. So the goal in thread the needle is to bring the right arm and thread it through that triangle and place both hands to meet up with interlaced fingers behind the left leg. Okay, so this can be really, really, really tight and not feel that comfortable. So feel free to skip the threading part. We don't want to force our bodies to do something that just does not feel good here. So an easier way of hanging out in this pose is keeping the right hand on the right knee and the left hand on the left knee, but the ankle stays where it is. Understand? So the right ankle is on the left thigh. That stays the same, but you don't have to do the arm threading. You can just keep your right arm chilling, the right hand on the knee, and the right hand on the right knee, and the left hand on the left knee. And when you do that, you actually have a little control over what your hips are doing, and you can apply little bits of pressure. On the right knee, you can push away from your body. On the left knee, you can pull in. So you have a little bit of wiggle room when you place your hands in those positions. Okay. Make your way to happy baby, nice and slow whenever you're ready. Just begin to rock from side to side. And feel free to stay in happy baby or transition to a big wide-legged V, or straighten the legs up, pull them in for a little hamstring stretch, whatever feels best right now. And give your legs a little self-massage here as well. try to just grab the fascia off the IT bands, off the side of your leg. So almost like you're going to pinch yourself, but grab a little more than a pinch. Go all the way up and down the thigh, the outside, the top. And whenever you're ready, let's go into thread the needle on the left side. So you can choose whatever variation or modification. You may have to just play around with it a little bit and find what feels best on your body today. So if you want to thread the left hand through the little triangle that your legs are making to meet up with the right hand, go ahead. If that's not feeling like what your body wants or needs today, respect that and just keep it simple. The left hand on the left knee and the right hand on the right knee. And the left ankle staying where it is on top of the right thigh, just above the knee. This is one of those poses that usually starts to feel good after you've been in it for about 2 or 3 minutes. I know that seems like a really long time, but I highly recommend trying this out after a nice warm up or a long walk or a hot Epsom salt bath. Put some Netflix on or a movie or play some music and see if you can actually hang out in this pose for 5 to 7 minutes. So around the 2 or 3 minute mark, you'll start to notice a deeper release, a sense of relief in your hips, your back. It's incredible. So if something so uncomfortable can really become so satisfying. So I recommend trying this on your own later and holding it for a little bit longer. It's a really beautiful position. I've always said yoga is kind of multitasking because the purpose, or one of the purposes of all these crazy positions and little pretzel-y positions we put our bodies in is because it allows us to stretch and strengthen muscles, different muscle groups all at the same time. And that's really cool. So it's multitasking, right? Instead of just stretching one thing, we're going to do a whole bunch of things all at the same time. So it makes sense that it's a little bit intense from time to time, right? Which is why we just breathe through it and honor where we're at from day to day. Do our best to be present and enjoy it. Making your way out to happy baby or a wide V, nice and slow, moving mindfully, remembering to breathe. Rocking from side to side if you're in happy baby and that feels good. Beautiful. So whenever you're ready, bring the legs straight up. Move the ankles around a little bit. Take a nice big inhale, and as you exhale, bring the knees to the chest and begin to walk from side to side. I'm a little behind myself in the video here. I apologize. So whenever you're ready, bring the knees to the right side. Extend your left arm to the left and turn your head to the left. And this is where Jax moves my camera and I don't notice right away. If it does not feel comfortable in your neck to have it turned to the left, just keep your head and your neck in a neutral position facing the ceiling instead of turning it. Just melting into the floor here. We're almost done our practice. On your next exhale, slowly bring the knees back into the chest. And just do some rocking from side to side. And whenever you're ready, allowing the knees to fall all the way to the left. Extend the right arm out to the right and turn the head to the right. Unless, of course, it feels better keeping it in a neutral position. Relax your face, jaw, shoulders, hips, feet. Breathe. And just melt into the floor. And enjoy the gentle hip stretch. Taking a moment to feel proud of yourself. You've done 5 days, 5 mornings of yoga so far. And that's such a gift to give to yourself. And such a nice way to start the day or end the day or take a break from the day. Yoga is always nice. So on your next exhale, slowly bring the knees back into the chest. Extend them up. Move the ankles around a little bit. Stretch out the legs. And slowly bring the legs down. Roll onto your right side for a couple of breaths. And start to make your way up to a seated position. And this is where I noticed that Jax moved the camera. Totally cut me out of the shot. That's okay, it happens. So in a cross-legged position or whatever feels comfortable, just taking a few moments here to feel grateful for this time, for yourself. Let's bring the arms. Give yourself a hug, give yourself some love. Thank you for joining me today. Good job so far. I'll see you tomorrow.